Hey guys, this is Kai from World Class Card Fighters, and today we'll be talking about the new upgraded standard Shadow Paladin deck from Vilest Deleter V-BT04. So the new Shadow Paladin deck plays a bit differently compared to its old one. It has more options and more ways to get advantage, and it's really changed the way how the deck plays and reacts, or is able to react to other decks in the metagame. So let's get started with the deck itself. As you can see, I've separated this deck into its different grades, but the cards in the middle here are off by themselves because these are the flex choices you can play with the deck right now. So you don't have that many flex choices, but it's up to the meta, what your meta is like, and you can just change these cards as you see fit. But first we'll get started with the rest of the deck. Okay, so you can see here the grade 3s. We have 4 Phantom Blaster Dragon, pretty much an auto include. The effect's still good in this meta. And you can see we have 4 of the new Gust Blaster Dragon. Now, a lot of people before, when the set just came out, they're only running 3 Gust Blaster Dragon, but now if you look around, everyone's running 4 of it now, and there's a very good reason why. Because it's a good card. Even though it doesn't have guard restrict, you get the crits, you get the power, and you get a draw, and you get a retire. Okay? So this card now is very good at pressuring your opponent and doing the damage denial strategy. We've noticeably cut off Dark Dictator, so unlucky, but this kind of functions like a Dark Dictator when you just have to counterblast 1. But you have other ways to countercharge now with Cursed Lancer that we're running in grade 2. So overall, it's a bit of a minus when you're facing like a protect matchup where you would like the extra force power from Dark Dictator, but it's a good trade-off for what it's able to bring you. Grade 2s, you're keeping the Maha, but you're running Darkbond Trumpeter at 2. Okay, I've seen a lot of people, they love this card. They're like, you can run 4 of this. It searches your grade 1s that are all 5Ks now. Keep in mind, this searches your grade 1 at rested, so that card's not doing anything for that turn unless it's a Winged Swordbreaker, which will draw you a card. But yeah, it's not getting any effects off that will like boost this card or anything. It's getting power, but that's it. So you don't need to max out your Darkbond Trumpeter. Cursed Lancer is pretty amazing now. A lot of people nowadays are learning how to damage denial properly. They're learning the premium strats. So having Cursed Lancer, being able to just get off that counter charge is really strong, and it gets power. And look, a lot of these cards are pretty jank. So Cursed Lancer fits very well into just replacing that jank card with something that is just better, okay? You don't want to run like more than like maybe 2 of this because it does have restrictions on how it can be called. So you have to be very careful with playing this card, but its trade-off is very good. The rest of the grade 1s are pretty much just auto-include in a way. So Charon's combo with Mahas, you need that. Great combo, great rush potential. The main, still there because it gets more now, so you're definitely keeping it in. It's free. It is just free, okay? And Blackwing Swordbreaker, the new card, comes into play, you counterblast 1 and draws you a card. It's 5k. If you play from hand, it gets 5k more, it becomes 10k. Very versatile card. The fact that it just gets searched from the main is just amazing. And we're playing this card called Con Or. It's your last card in grade 1. Okay, there's not that many good grade 1s outside of this. There's a PR, like it's like 5k that can pump power, but this honestly has way more advantages going forward than your other choices. Especially if you face like your worst matchup is Angel Feather. At least this card can drag one of your other garbage grade 1s out and help you in defending their palace, right? So overall, this is the best card, I think, outside of these grade 1s that you pretty much want to run. I'm running 7 crit, 5 draw. Personal preference, to be honest. A lot of people are running 6 crit, 6 draw. And then there's some people running 8 crit and 4 draw. Overall, it's more down to personal preference, I think. Though with the extra draw, you might run into a deck out problem because you actually do draw a lot with this deck. And now onto the flex choices, okay? So I'm running an extra like Curse Lancer just because I like the counter charge. I want to be able to play one Curse Lancer every game at least. So if one goes to damage, I still want to know that I have one left so I can be more free in how I use counter charge. You don't have to run two because, yeah, it does have its restrictions. You might want to replace this for another Connor or another grade 3. I did have like problems with grade 3s at times when I really low rolled and had to sit on a deleted Vanguard. But to be honest, you have Force now. You can freely put Force on Vanguard, so it's not that much of a big deal. That's why I'm keeping the grade 3s at 8 and just putting in extra grade 2. And like the last choice of grade 2s, I'm running Cath Bad. And to be honest, it should be called Cath Good because it's just that good, alright? You draw this card early game, and that's like a column your opponent is not going to guard against or cannot guard against. Against Protect, that is especially important. But against Excel decks even, right? What are they going to do? They're just going to eat the damage, go to like 3 before you reach grade 3, and then you're going to start playing your crit Vanguards, and they can't do anything. They're going to have to like throw down their hand to guard. This is just all around a very good card in my opinion. But I've seen people run other cards like Blaster Dark. They've run like Blaster Axe as well for the 10k defense. To be honest, yeah, you've got like these two cards, pretty much these two cards, yeah? You can play these cards as your other flex choices. 9 grade 3s, or just more Blaster Darks for removal. That's fine too. So how the deck plays now is, so how the deck plays now is your rush at grade 2 is incredibly strong compared to before. Because everything is 5k, you definitely don't have any like shortages of searching anything, so you can definitely +1. You're running this build, so yeah, your field is going to be full at grade 2, or nearly full at grade 2. And yeah, they don't have ways to beat that field, right? What is Protect and Excel going to do against force fields? They can't do anything, all right? And then this card comes out, they've committed cards to disrupt your field. Those cards are gone, right? Throw those cards out of there, bro, all right? So yeah, your grade 2 push is way stronger now. The other way you can play this deck is by denying damage to your opponents because of Gust Blaster's crit, right? If they've been guarding early and keeping them at low damage, their hand is not going to be great. So they use up their 2 Counterblast or 3 Counterblast. You can start pumping crits on Gust Blaster and retiring their regards of your regard attacks. And what can they do? Eventually they're going to eat 3 crit and die. So really be careful though with your damage deny strategy. If you start this strategy and you see them have like 0 null guards in their bin or in their damage zone, you might want to still push a bit more damage because you could be sitting there for X turns denying them damage, and eventually you either just deck out or just have a way to get back to kill them when you just either run out of counterblast or you just run out of ways to, like, you know, actually pump the crits. So be careful how you damage deny them. Damage deny them smartly, okay? Don't just go, 2 counterblast, yeah, I'm keeping them there, bam, I'm gonna just start killing them. If any luck swings in their favor, you will be on the receiving end of the bad luck for you, okay? So be careful how you damage deny, but yes, that is a very legitimate strategy, especially against decks that are not Protect. So Force and Excel, they can't guarantee a null guard in their hand every turn. So you freely put your Force markers on your Gust Blaster and then just pump the crits, all right? So overall, this deck now has way more stronger advantage at the early game compared to before. And the late game strategy is much more aggressive or much more conservative depending how you want to play. Now, if you really want to sell your extra kidney to buy some high rarity cards, go to wcc-tcg.com and you can buy some SVR Phantom Blaster Dragons or this numbered one or even this delete rare one. Yeah, check it out. We've got the new stuff. And see if you guys want to buy a boat. All right, so catch you guys in the next video and see you later.